Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the cultural frequency, once again, also known as Vibe Responsibly. I'm your host, GL Richardson, and as you can see or hear, I always have my melanated marvels with me. How you doing, Jax?
I am well, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain.
How are
Not
you,
at
sis?
all. Now I think go ahead. She asked you.
I'm like, I got to. I can't
I know.
ask her and not ask you
You
and not
you
ask
you
her.
are absolutely right. Go ahead. What? Go ahead, Geese.
My sis is blessed and highly flavored in some sort of a way, but.
Okay.
Yes, I am. I am blessed and highly orange flavored today, as you can see. How are you, baby? Hey, baby.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just lucky today. That's it. Just lucky. All right.
Lucky. That's my jam. You ain't heard Lucky?
Okay. So before we dive in, thank you for vibing with us. In the event you find yourselves enjoying the conversation and want to help us keep it going, click the link below. My goodness, see, y'all had me off. Click the link below and become a monthly supporter starting at a mere $3 a month. See, and it just keeps going away. Our Patreon members get access to exclusive content, special perks, topic suggestions, and even opportunities to join us on the panel for members only discussions. No pressure. Support however you feel led. Every contribution helps us keep the mics hot, the vibe strong, and the culture moving forward. If you're listening via audio, we'd love to see you during our live show every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can support us by searching Vibe Responsibly on Patreon or subscribing to the YouTube channel Vibe Responsibly Podcast, and that's all one word. And before we get started, do us a favor, like, subscribe, and share this live, especially share this live with 5 to 10 people, because here at Vibe Responsibly, one thing will forever be true. You will not be out here vibing alone.
Vibing low.
Jump in the chat, tell us where you're watching from, and let us get into the conversation. And by all means, while you're in the chat, please speak your entire mind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh, first up. This is the first time I've
Thank
seen this
you.
one. First up, Mama's in the
Hey,
building. Hey, Ma. How you
Hey,
doing?
Ma.
I need y'all to know it's about to get crazy. My mom is in the building already,
you know,
y'all.
you
All
know
right.
what? You gonna stop
Terry's in
carrying
the
my
building. What's
extended
going on,
mother.
Terry?
Hey,
Glad to see you
Terry.
in the
Hey,
building,
How you
Terry.
girl.
doing?
And my man, my bro, Derek Ruffin is in the building.
Hey, honey.
Appreciate
Hey,
y'all being here.
brother.
Appreciate y'all being here. So, you know how we do. We getting right into it, y'all. All right. Most of us can identify the battles around us. The bills, the pressure, the critics, the setbacks, the disappointments. We know exactly who's against us. We know exactly what we're fighting. But what happens when the biggest fight isn't external? What happens when the fight is inside your own mind? When your greatest obstacle isn't your circumstances, but your fear, your insecurity, your doubt, your inability to let go of what happened yesterday. So tonight we're talking about external adversity versus internal adversity. Because sometimes the storm around you isn't normally as dangerous as a storm within you. So the first question is how much of your stress comes from your circumstances versus your perspective?
Ooh, so that's how you want to play today?
We playing hard tonight. Let's go.
That was a heck of a pitch.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can say it again. Okay, here we go. How much of your stress comes from your circumstances versus your perspective?
If you gonna be a real honest, most of the stress is from your perspective because I'm gonna speak for myself. At one point in my life, I saw everything bigger than what it was, worse than what it was, harder than what it was. I had what most therapists call a snowball effect or a snowball complex. I make it all this big issue, and it's something real small. And I done piled, like you said before, I done got a speeding ticket, but by the time I'm done talking about it, I'm doing 30 years to life in jail, and it ain't but a speeding ticket. How did we get here? How did I? It was just a seatbelt. We done went from a seatbelt to a speeding ticket. Now we're doing 30 years.
Mm,
I ain't
mm,
never going home. I did that. I put that on myself. I think a lot of times we don't compartmentalize things for what they are. We don't take the time to work them out. And we internally put all the pressure we needed to work out. We need the time frame to be perfect. We need all of the things to be what we think it should be versus what it's going to be and actually acting in the moment. dealing
Mm,
with it piece by piece. We need it all to be perfect as soon as it happened.
okay, what you got, Keish?
So I think it's like where you are in your life. So I think I went into the medical field because I think like that. I process things like that. I always think about the worst case scenario. So I always go into things like, okay, if I do this, then what's going to happen? It's just me being prepared. Like I always have to be prepared. It's not that I can't live outside of the box, but I would rather be prepared for the worst case scenario than to have a surprise. Because we all know surprises is the worst thing to have. Like we want to be prepared for that flat tire. We want to be prepared for that speeding ticket to pay it just in case we can't pay it so we won't get locked up. Like we
I
want
got
to be
speeding money.
prepared for all the things. So I think it's just being in preparation because if you think about it, our parents made us that way. So as a kid, think about it. As a kid, they wanted us to make sure that that room was clean just in case company came over, right? They wanted to make sure that that homework was done just in case you fell asleep in the middle of that show. So they kept us, they made sure that we stayed prepared for any and everything, that savings account, that 401k, like all of those things, just in case. It's always a just in case.
It
Yeah,
don't help
I
we live
agree.
through Y2K either.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And the reason why I agree, because I can always remember my mom and my grandmother telling me, baby, make sure you got on some clean drawers just in case you get into an accident.
Accident.
Everybody remember, am I the only one?
The drawers clean, but if you get into an accident, them drawers might not stay
It
clean.
depends on what type of accidents you have. If you got the type of accidents that make you feel like you about to pass gas, that ain't passing gas, baby. You didn't pass
Don't
something
let
else.
go.
You understand? You didn't roll down the road. That's not a fart, baby. That's
Don't let go.
you
Don't let go.
done you done did yourself a little dirty. I'm just telling you. All right. So so I can honestly say it's definitely my perspective. I agree with you both. I'm normally 3 steps ahead of myself. So if something spins out of control, that means I wasn't looking at them 3 things, or something happened where it just completely got outside of my control, and then I'm freaking out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm completely freaking out because now I'm trying to figure out what in the world didn't I do to prevent this. And like Jack said, I could be doing 30 years to life just for mistakenly grabbing some chapstick out of the grocery store and didn't pay for it. How do I fix this? And then I got somebody coming outside, sir, you didn't pay for that. Well, hold on now, wait a minute. I promise you it's only 99 cents. I pay for it. And you freaking out completely. So yeah, I agree with you guys. I definitely agree with y'all where you just kind of freak out thinking that, you about to do a whole life term. You about to be on the next series of Oz and you just you don't know what to do with
Locked up.
yourself. Yeah, you don't know what to do with yourself.
Orange is the new black.
Yeah. Man, it's a dangerous place, man. I'm not trying to get caught up. You know what happened to men in there. Anyway, what external challenge changed your life forever? Mm,
I'm gonna say for me, my external challenge that changed my life forever was um, getting pregnant with my daughter. It was unexpected. Um, I was the babysitter, like I wasn't the parent. So I was 23 when I had her, and I had no idea what my purpose was supposed to be. I had no idea of where I was supposed to go and what I was supposed to do. So that the day that I had her, like that completely changed everything. Like I made sure that I went back to school. I made sure that we had a place to stay. Like it was like something that snapped in my head. Like, okay, Keish, you got to make sure that you get everything done and taken care of because you're gonna be responsible for somebody else.
mm. Okay, what you got, Jack?
I think having a child did it for me too. And just for perspective, I had a career at the time. I was already like what most people would consider well established. I was active duty in the military. So most of the things that other people were afraid of when they had kids, I had. I had a place to stay. I had a place to lay my head. I had insurance. I knew I was covered. My kid was gonna have insurance, but that didn't change the fact that I was like, hold up, this is a whole big deal. Like my mama told me, it's not about me anymore.
Mm,
It's a game changer. Like it having a child and being a single parent literally snapped me into grind mode. I
Mhm.
went into grind mode turned into survival mode, and I was in survival mode for a long time. Like, hey, we got to get it. I got to get it. And my mentality for a good bit of her childhood was, I'm all we got. I'm
mm.
all we got, so I got to get it.
Understood, man. And I like to go in the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. I didn't do that the first time. So my mom says my stress is from my own doing. I think I panic before I think it through.
Mm.
And then she says, "See, I don't like
Absolutely.
surprises, so I stay ready, so I don't have to get ready." You better say that. Terry says
That's
it
my
can be
motto.
both. It can be both, to be honest, but it's the perspective of focusing on that situational stress that amplifies the experience of stress. Oh man, tell me about it, man. It'll turn you upside down and shake the change out your pocket. All right. Oh, we got Cynthia in the building.
Hey,
Hey, Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Cynthia
Hey,
says, "Happy Tuesday.
Cindy.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Taco Tuesday, everyone."
Hey, Sam.
Um, my
Hey,
external.
Sam.
What? Oh, that's Sam. I'm sorry, Sam. I said
I
Cynthia.
was
I
gonna say
apologize.
something.
Hey, Sam, and
Yeah.
happy Taco Tuesday. All right. Um, external challenge. I'm gonna agree with the ladies today. It's definitely the kids. Definitely them babies, man. When my oldest was born, or when she was about to be born, this is a story I normally don't tell people, but I'm gonna do this here on this podcast. I felt like I was okay. I really felt like I was okay. It was one night. I was out to eat with my ex mother in law and my ex wife, and ex mother in law just looked at me and said, "Baby, you okay?" I said, "Yeah." Why you ask? She grabbed my head and like moved my head around. She said, "You know, you got a bald spot back here." Yo, and when I
No,
say that
no.
bald spot was clean, like somebody took a razor and went yeet, I'm talking about clean down to my scalp.
You were
So
straight stressing.
what in that one spot? Nowhere else. Hair just fell out. Like I had a short term alopecia incident. Like it just fell clean off. And I'm like rubbing, still not believing, like I can actually touch my scalp. What is happening?
It's
Never
healing.
happened anywhere else. But of course, I freaked out and shaved my entire head bald. Like I'm not gonna wait for this. Like we gonna get in front of this. I couldn't go. What was I about to do with that bald spot?
Clearly, it grew back. I mean, you could have
Yeah,
Right.
just
it grew
waited the
back,
thing out.
right? But when I tell you that one spot just it was bald, and I don't know, it didn't happen with any other child, but it happened with my daughter.
Well, that first one, you ain't really prepared for it.
I wasn't
It's the
prepared for
reason
her
why
at
we here. None of
all.
us was
Like
ready for that first one. We was like, "What in the world?"
I'm talking about my
Right.
baby had me in here bald as all get out. Oh, we got sis in the building. Hey Ashley,
Hey,
how
Ashley.
you
Think
doing,
about bow,
girl?
bow. Hey,
Oh,
girl.
Lord
Oh,
Jesus. Okay.
They don't do it all the time. You
I
got to.
know. I know they don't do it all the time.
She
So, do we
right.
sometimes over focus on what's happening to us because we don't want to face what's happening within us?
Mm, you might have a point there. I do believe that we can hyper focus, and it almost may be hypervigilance because you're like, okay, this is what's happening. Because do you believe you can control what's happening? I can
Mhm.
control what's happening. I can give something to what's happening to make that circumstance um, more tangible and something that I want or an outcome that I can really kind of deal with. That internal thing, it take a whole lot more work to deal with that. Like that's not just a, oh, let me blink my eyes and now my mental connects with my emotional and all the physical and we all well. Like no, some of that shadow work take 4 or 5 years for you to get it right. So no, you don't want to deal with that because dealing with what you feel is tangible seems easier, which may not necessarily be the case.
So we tend to run from it. Okay. I like that. I'm glad you said that. That's going to lead into something else. All right, Keish, what you got? Mhm.
I believe the hyper focus is part of the fight or flight. So our body senses stress and it tells us that we need to do something, no matter what that something is, or we may not know what that something is, but it's telling us that we need to focus on something and we need to get something done. So that hyper focus is keeping our attention and making sure that we get everything done that we need to have done. I Yeah, I could see me being hyper focused on certain things, certain tasks, because like even if you at work, like you want to make sure that your tasks are done, you want to make sure, you don't leave nothing unsaid or undone. You do that in life and in relationships too. So I could see all I could see that. I definitely could see that.
Okay. I'm gonna say that it's easier to handle the external versus the internal because it's visible. It's
Mm.
visible. And it's easy to place blame. Like that accountability part, it's easy to just place blame on an external adversity because you can't place an internal adversity blame on anybody else but you. And
Mhm.
plus, the other part is way easier to discuss. More people will discuss the things that's the external adversity because it's things like people hating on you, people fighting you, doors closing, things like that's easy to discuss than, hey, I'm depressed. Hey, I'm not feeling it today. I don't feel like showing up. Or these kids got me feeling like I'm drowning. Nobody wants to talk about their personal business, but the external business is much easier to discuss. So I think people tend to run from that internal issue because it points the finger back at them. 9 times out of 10, it points the finger back at them. And now they have to deal with an internal issue that they really haven't been capable to deal with for years. But now it's outside. Once that internal problem becomes an outside situation and it's on the table, it's a lot harder to deal with because you bagged it up and kept it inside this entire time. But now, oh boy, now especially with a therapist, you can't run. You can't run.
Mhm.
And
That
you didn't
part.
pay, and you about to pay some money. So partner, you gonna sit there and have this conversation. So, I think that's the issue that it's visible, it's easy to blame something else, and you don't have to necessarily deal with it until it's on the table. And you control that it's on the table. You control the
Mhm.
fact of where that internal problem sits. And if it's constantly sitting internally, you don't have to deal with it. So it is what it is. So, what would you attempt if fear wasn't part of the equation? If you knew there was no fear and you could not fail, what would you attempt? That was an
Man, I'd
evil
be a
laugh.
whole billionaire jumping out of planes. Boy.
Okay.
I
Okay.
honestly believe if the thought or the consideration of failing and fear connected to failing was not evident in a lot of us, it's probably a whole lot of other things that we would have done. I could definitely say I would have jumped out of planes in the military more often. Once I jumped out of that first one, I was like, "Oh, I could do this every day." But before I did it, I was like, yeah, no, I don't need to go. Why would I jump out of a perfectly good plane?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being on the plane is already dangerous enough. But I mean, I feel like when you remove the fear of failing alone, whether it's going back to college, whether it's being in a relationship, whether it's trying a new job, you open the door for you to be successful. You create a block right there as soon as you like, well, I'm afraid. Um, what am I gonna do? What happens if I fail? But what happens if you fly?
Mm,
Mhm.
exactly. Hmm. All right, Case, what you got?
I would say, yeah, you'll be able to do any and everything. Like if fear was not an object right now, I would be head of surgery. I would be a surgeon, a brain surgeon right now at this point
Brain
in my
surgery.
life. I definitely would
Mm,
be. Like if fear was not an option, because then I wouldn't be fearful of worrying about, money. I wouldn't be fearful about going back to school 1,000 times because that's probably how long many times it's gonna take me to get done.
mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be fearful about paying for college. Like no, none of that stuff. Like I definitely would be able to do any and everything. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna say brain surgery, girl. That's some.
Brain
So,
surgeon.
so then let me ask this.
And time, I wouldn't be worried about time either.
Okay. So then let me ask this. If you know all these things, why not take the first step? Because hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. We trust so many different things. We trust a pilot. We trust an Uber driver. We
I don't
trust
trust that
Uber
stuff
Eats when
anybody
they
goes
bring
to.
us their food. We trust so many things. Not saying y'all don't, but this is just a general question. There in the Bible, it says, do not fear 365 times. It says, do not fear
Get
for
off my
every
toes.
single day.
Mm.
So why would you not at least take the first step just to see, just to dip your toe in the water, just to see? Why wouldn't you do it?
Nobody wants to be rejected. And I honestly think, like me and Derek were having this conversation about medical school. It's funny. That's why it's funny you said brain surgeon. One of my docs tried to convince me to go to medical school. And at the time, like I told Derek, if I was going to do it, I should have done it then. Like I only had one kid. It was
Mm,
just me and her, but that's a lot. And I realized 8 years was a lot to give trying to raise a kid. And who's to say I probably would have been a really good surgeon. I probably would have been top tier because I
mhm,
have a passion for that. Like, and it
mhm.
just comes so naturally. But you talk yourself out of your own dream and then you compromise on the back end because that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm compromising the dream. I
Okay.
made excuses up front for what I felt was in front of me and what needed to be done in real
Mm,
time in real life. And that's not wrong because at the time I didn't have the support system I have now. I didn't have what makes me comfortable to do those things now. Could I probably have been good at it? Yep. Would it probably been a lot of long nights? Yep. Like you said, Keish, would it probably been a lot of redos? Could probably would have had to, hey, professor, I need to retake that test because we can't take this D. I need to take this C. Probably would have been. But in my mind, I compromised and made rhymes and reasons why. Why at that time it just wasn't the time.
okay. So, Jax, I'm going to tell you because I've
Not
known you
going
for
to medical
years.
school.
No, hold on. I'm going to tell you because I've known you for years. Yes, you would have been a hell of a surgeon, and you still can be. And how I know that is because I seen how passionate you were when we were stationed in Virginia. Just saying. Okay.
Derek, don't you say a cotton picking word. Don't you say
Listen,
one word.
but did y'all have no? There's a reason. There's an exact reason for this show. Stay tuned. All right, Keisha, what you got?
Mine is a
Yeah,
trigger
like
for the
I
irritator.
agree because I feel like I depended on God and then my kids depended on me. And I didn't
Mhm,
have that support system. But somebody told me, she was like, the years gonna pass. So you can't think about those 8 to 10 years because they're gonna pass regardless. So
mhm,
she said that if you don't go ahead and try, how you know what I'm saying, if it's gonna work or not. So yeah, like I get it, you know what I'm saying? It's like because when you think about the time, like you be like, okay, that's a long time, and you be counting your years and your age, and you be like, dang, I'm gonna be. But regardless of the fact that time is gonna pass, regardless, and I'm like, and I am passionate about being in the medical field. That's the one thing that I can say that I know with no question about any and everything. You can ask me questions about it, and I can tell you, I can spill it off, I can remember it, I can do all of those things. And even a doctor that I was working for, he said, Keisha, you wasting your time. Like you need to be some type of doctor. He said, what are you doing? He said, this is not where you're supposed to be. He said, this is where you're supposed to be.
hmm. Okay. So I heard that the years are gonna pass. Okay. So here's my question. Then, no, I won't say question. I'll say this: if the years were gonna pass, why let them pass? And this is a rhetorical question. Why let them pass without taking the first step? If you know the years are going to pass, why not let them pass while you're in it? And like I said, rhetorical. I want my co-host to really sit back and think about this after the show. If the time, you know that the time was going to pass anyway, why not take the first step? Don't think about how old you're going to be because guess what? A lot of people have accomplished that thing that they wanted at older ages. The first person come to mind is your boy, the actor, the one that say MF all the time. You know who I'm talking about. What's his name? He was in
Samuel Jackson.
Avengers, and I can't think of his name right now. I don't know
Um,
why. Just somebody gonna put it in the chat. But yeah.
Is
hmm
Samuel?
He
Samuel
was
L.
supposed
Jackson.
to be.
Samuel
He
L.
was in his
Jackson.
30s.
His first role was with Spike Lee. I think he was in his 30s.
Taraji. She didn't start acting until she was in her 40s.
I'm just saying.
You make
There's
me
no
sick.
time like the present. That's all I got. All right. Ashley says he on my street, toes too, and I meant to be there. I'm coming straight down Everybody Road tonight.
You make
Please
me
know
sick.
that.
Sick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And my mom says, I'm ready for you to go parachute jumping with me. Okay. You say that now. Cause I'll be ready. Look, I'll be ready. I just need a reason to go. I'll be on ready set at all times. I just need a reason to go. I promise you. What's going on with the chat tonight? This is crazy. All right. Ashley says, you still can, dope queen. Mm-hmm. Samantha says, the Bible says the mind is the battlefield and it is the devil's playground.
Hmm.
Definitely is. All
At
right.
least ain't nobody else pop up down there.
My mom says, I'm about to go flying with the Blue Angels. I
That's
don't know
right,
what drug
mom.
you took, Ma,
She's gonna get
but
on there. She's gonna get on that plane.
step back, sit down, because I don't flying with the Blue Angels. But you was high, high. And there go my bro. Thank you, bro. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. I'm here all night. I'm here all night. Yeah. My mom says, Lord, gee, I told you something wrong. My mom said, I'm about to fly. Yeah. So whatever drug it was,
Fly.
yeah, I'm about to fly. She said, whatever drug it was, Ma, just politely put it down.
Mom,
Okay.
fly.
The chat is like
Oh, be a
going
pilot.
crazy tonight. I don't know
Be a
what happened,
pilot.
what y'all did, but okay. So, what would I attempt if fear wasn't part of the equation? Everything I'm doing right now, every single thing,
Fearless.
every single thing. I promise you, I have gone through phases of my life where I've talked myself out of almost everything. Oh, it's not going to work because of this. Oh, it's not going to work because of that. Oh, it's not going to work because you don't have the network. Case in point, I was a comedian and actor and gave it up because of my emotions and how I felt at the time. And I didn't have what I had on the East Coast. There are people acting and doing comedy everywhere, but I was in my
Mhm.
feelings. I was all deep in my emotions and I talked myself completely out of it. I don't know where I would be right now had I stuck with it. I'm pretty doggone good, right? But I talked myself out of it. But this time around, I made a promise to God that regardless of how I'm feeling, regardless of what's going on around me, regardless of what's going on within me, I'm going to show up every single time. And just to be transparent with y'all, 2 shows ago, I sat here and talked to my co host before I cracked this mic open. And I said, I'm tired of showing up. And it wasn't so much for this podcast, but it was, I'm tired of showing up. I was tired. And both of them said, we can, especially Jackson, we ain't got to do this right now, bro. We could. I said, and I immediately snapped out of it. You know what? Nope. We're going to have a good show tonight. We're going to have a damn good show tonight. And we did. It's
And
a
we
very
did.
good show.
I just be trying to be considerate.
And I appreciate that. But I do know that I made this promise with God that I'm going to show up regardless. Doesn't matter what's going on, doesn't matter how I'm feeling. I'm going to show up because I asked so much for this year. I asked for so much and I have to do my part. So in order for God to show up, if it's God's will, it's God's bill, but I got to do my part. All right. Trudy says, live life of no regrets. Throw caution to the
Hey, sis.
wind, Trudy. I'm with you. Throw caution to the wind. That's all you got to do, man. And we get so bogged down about, oh man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know where it's gonna lead me. Don't nobody worry about that when they're driving long distance. You
Because
can't
you
you
got a
can't
GPS
see
for that.
20 miles ahead of you, but you sure can look at Waze and Google
Right.
and
We
have all
trust
the confidence in
Waze.
the world.
We don't
Have
have a
all the
Waze
confidence in the
guide.
world. Oh yeah. It says right here there's a gas station.
Oh,
I'll be fine. Got 20 miles to empty. But you see that gas station is 10 miles up, and what you do? Oh, I got this
I
confident.
got it.
But there it go, right? I got it. We talked about
Mhm.
that last week. Don't worry about it, Lord. I got it. when the whole time you should have been putting it in his hands. I told you I'm doing this for a reason. Okay. So, next question. How many opportunities have you lost because you talked yourself out of them? I'm coming down everybody row tonight.
Mm,
Everybody row. I'm on you.
I ain't counting, and I said I ain't counting because that's a list I don't want. That's a list I do not want because I'm pretty sure I know it's at least one and probably more than one that I probably could have been somewhere. Not to say that this life is not the life I prayed for, but I probably could have accomplished a laundry list of things before this life came to pass or came to be. Like, could have been on somebody's stage somewhere, on somebody's tour somewhere, and then decided to be a housewife. Like, I digress.
Just in case y'all don't know, my co-host can sing. Not sing, sang. Personally, she could have been a singing surgeon, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Go ahead,
Hmm.
Keish, what you got?
I think we all can say that we talked
Don't put we all
ourselves.
now. Don't wait, hold on.
Make that
Let's
thing
back up.
personal.
Let's back up. These are personal questions. We all is too many. You speak about you, okay? Go ahead.
We, we.
Now we speaking French.
Me, me. But we, Jack said she, so
Hey
I
man, go
said
ahead.
we.
We talking about you. You. Go ahead.
um, yeah, so I definitely can say I probably talked myself out of, like a few things in my lifetime. Have no regrets though, because I feel like if it was meant to happen, it wasn't gonna pass me by. Like God to circle around, a bunch of times, until you get it right. So I feel like those things, even though, I talked myself out of it, I believe that if it was meant to be, it would have been.
I agree. And I talked about, what I talked myself out of. And those are the two biggest things because I was doing good, man. I really was.
I,
Man, when we was in Virginia, people thought
you
I
was
wasn't
popping,
even in the
bro.
military no more. Like
Right.
I was posting like shows and they thought I was
Traveling.
on
I was like, how you
tour.
doing all this on active duty? You was traveling and all that.
I was everywhere, man. I was somewhere everywhere, and I was just putting in that grind, putting in that work. And I remember one particular person looked at my resume for comedy and was like, "How long you been doing comedy?" I said, "I only been at it for like 6 months." He said, "Man, your resume looks like you've been doing this for at least 3 to 5 years." That's how many places I had been in 6 months. I was some of everywhere, up and down the East Coast. I made it to Texas. Mind you, this is all from Virginia. Like I'm driving from Virginia, Northern Virginia, back home to New York, doing a show for like 20 minutes, and then driving straight back to go to work the next day. Like that was my life for at least 3 years. And then it all came crashing down to me. It felt like it all came crashing down because I ended up having to go to Washington State, aka White Wakanda, and it just didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. It didn't. I did. It didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. But hey, life. God has a way of turning things that you thought was for your bad for your good. So it
Hmm.
all. I never felt like I lost. I always felt like I learned. But I know that there was something there. It wasn't for me at the time. Simply K is in the building. Greeting,
Hey,
beautiful ones. Hey sis, how you
Hey,
doing?
Kay.
All right. Ashley says God pays them bills with a generous tip. You ain't lying when you telling the truth. And we don't never got it. It all belongs to him. Samantha says, yes, she can. I know that's the Jacks.
that's my
Ashley,
cousin.
there is still time. My mom, I've decided I'm tired of these doctors telling me I'm sick, have this issue, and YOLO Blue Angels, here I come. All right. I'm going to start reading
Your
these.
mama is determined to get in the
Um,
plane, and
she
I want her to
is.
be
Right.
in the
She
sky.
is.
Sharon
If
says,
she want to
yes,
be a
she
pilot, go ahead,
can.
my
Look,
mama.
they on your neck, Jax. Yes,
Because
she can.
they know for a fact those are
Mm-hmm.
extended family members on my
Oh,
mama's
oh,
side. They
look,
know.
look. They on you, Keish. She just said we. She speaking French. Ashley said, it just got real French in here. It sure
Real
did,
French,
didn't it?
like
It
bonjour.
got, I'm talking about, it got real French in here. Amen. You was right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Look. See, even my mom. Yep, he was. I even went to the comedy awards with him. I'm telling you, man. I was.
I didn't know you did the comedy awards, bro.
Yeah, man. I was out
You
there,
was doing a
sis.
little bit of everything.
I was doing it, man. I was doing it. But I talked myself out of it. Now, with that being said, talking about talking stuff out of stuff. Would you stay friends with someone who talked to you the way you talk to yourself?
No.
We said this last week, and
Yes
you are the
and
first
no.
voice that you hear. And sometimes we are not always kind to ourselves. We don't give ourselves enough grace.
Grace.
We are not
Hmm.
gentle enough with each other, with ourselves. I mean, like, so we're gonna be honest. If I had somebody who talked to me like I talk to me, I probably would have dismissed her. But the sad part is, it takes us so long to change that language to ourselves. Got to change that self talk, that pep talk, and that self language.
But you got Keish.
I say yes and no. I say yes because I actually need somebody to hold me accountable, to not give me grace, to make sure that I stay on point. So, and I say no because, like, I'd be like, who you talking to? Like, you ain't talking to me like that.
Mm. Okay. Back in the day, nah. Now, yeah. Yeah. Um, man, I talk to myself. Well, excuse, let me back up because I don't want nobody to think I'm supposed to be in a straitjacket. But that was wild. Um, the, the inner voice that I have now is very compelling, very motivating, very consistent, very determined, very disciplined, very, it's got to get done now. No time to wait. Don't put it down. I know you're tired, but be tired doing it. Be tired and excited. Don't wait. Nobody's coming to save you. It's up to you. And you know what you promised. And then the biggest one is you know what you promised God. So what are we doing? Cut the TV off, pick up that book, get on the computer. Let's go. You can sleep later. Get your rest, but you can sleep later. You don't need that nap. You don't need to listen to that music. You don't need to open your phone. What are you supposed to be doing right now? How does that look? You really gonna waste this hour when you could have been doing this? You're really gonna waste this day. You're not gonna make good of the day at all.
Hmm.
You're just gonna blow the day.
Oh
Netflix is
Lord.
gonna be there. That stuff streams. You can always catch that series later. Are you
Okay. All
finished with
right. All right.
everything?
Jesus.
Are you finished with everything you're supposed to be doing? Because if
Jesus
not,
Christ.
let's go. That's the voice that I have now. Show up and show out. Be
Every time.
outstanding and standing out at the same time. Because now the thing that I've been saying, not only to myself but to my kids, now makes all the sense in the world. And I got it from E.T. Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher. He said it years ago, and I held on to it. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. And it's rang bells all these years, but it didn't make sense until last year. Because now, like I said, the voice, that inner voice that I have now, that inner voice I got now will make somebody cry. Oh man, I ain't got the time. I didn't ask you to do it. You said you wanted to do it. That's the voice I got now. And when I tell you, I'll be sitting down like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit. I don't get a chance to sit down or turn on Netflix. As soon as I sit down, turn on Netflix, what you doing? Oh man, let me throw this remote behind me. Let me get this thing done.
Hmm.
Telling you, man.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So that's what I say. I'm doing this on purpose. Okay. All right.
Well,
So
you should have prepared me and let
I
me
nope. I
know
wasn't
in
preparing
advance that
nobody.
this was gonna happen because I'm like, Lord, I need to do
Good.
I got some stuff to
Good.
do and I got to
Good.
change the way
Because
I
if I
talk
could light a
about stuff.
fire up under myself, I should be able to light a fire under those I care about.
Sure.
I'm not about to watch y'all fail.
But
And that's just anybody I know. I'm not about to watch y'all fail. If it's something there, if there's a fire, if that fire is small and you just ignited it and you decided that it's some way you've extinguished it to the point where you can push it back, but you can still see that sliver of light, bro, it's still there. What are we doing? How are we gonna get to it? What's the first step? That's it. That's the answer. What's the first step? DJ Sin says, I talk to myself like I'm on the south side of Chicago, straight jacket. Okay. So that's it. That's all I got for that straight jacket. Okay. Uh, yeah. That's all I got for that one. All right. So, what beliefs did you inherit that no longer serve you?
Hmm. Ooh, golly. That's a
for me,
that's a deep bag.
it's the belief that certain education, certain living situations, certain places is only for certain people.
Mm, okay. Okay.
Mm,
Like
that's pretty
I
I
believe that
like that.
that is for everybody. Any and everybody, no matter where you live, no matter where you came from, no matter who your parents was, no matter what color your skin is. I believe that is for any and everybody.
Okay. I like that.
it's deep. The limitations. Like, I feel like we lived in a time where there were so many that weren't. There was so many of us who weren't doing. Learning to live beyond those limitations and actually learning in real time, even as an adult, there are still limitations that I can remove. I don't have to subscribe to the notion of I'm too old or I should have done it back then or I can't do this now. Now's not the time. I don't know what God's written plan is for what is coming through. So I got to do my part and let Him tell me that that's not what we're doing.
Mm, okay.
I
I
can't
like
put a
those.
limitation on God.
Mm, I like those. I like those. Beliefs that I inherit that no longer serve me. That just because I didn't see anybody else do it doesn't mean that I can't do it. Because there's so many of us now, like just right now, whether you're listening or you see this at another time, that we have grown so accustomed to what our environment looks like, and that we don't see it, that thing, that fire, or that level of success that we're chasing. We don't see that in our environment, whether it be within the home or it be around us. And we've come to believe that, oh, man, that's crazy. We ain't do that, which keeps us from dreaming the big dream, which keeps us from believing that, hey, it is completely possible. But see, what we have to do is we have to get outside of what we see. And you have to understand that the people who you see on TV, the music artists you listen to, they all decided one day, I've got to do this. I can be better than my environment. You know what I did? And I'm saying this because, and I've said this before, but I'm saying this because someone out there needs to hear this. I literally did everything opposite of what I grew up around. Everything. Everything that I thought that this is the way I was supposed to go, I really stepped back and said, wait a minute, this ain't right. Hold on. And I did everything the opposite way. So my motto now is if everybody is standing on the right hand side of everything, if everybody's over here and all the hooping and hollering and hey, yeah, it's lit over here. What's going on the left?
Mhm.
Why is nobody over here? You know why nobody's over here? Because it's fun on the right side. It's a party on the right side. There's no responsibility or accountability on the right side. The left side got overalls. It's got tools, greasy palms,
That
beat
work.
up knuckles, work boots, the stairs instead of the escalator or the elevator. That's what's on the left side. But if you do the hard thing now, it'll be easier later on. See, a lot of us have chosen the easy thing. We've chosen the easy thing, and now we got to go through this hard phase where I can attest and Jax can attest. We did the hard thing that people don't want to do, which is the military. And
Mhm.
there's an easy factor after coming off of the military. No matter how many years you did, there's an easy factor. We have a one
It's
up.
cheat code.
It's a cheat code. We have a one up on some people that have never been in the military. But a lot of people have run and ran from the hard thing. And now they're doing the hard thing now, later in life. I'm telling you, we got to get outside of the, oh, I don't feel like doing that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Do the hard thing. Make the hard decision. Do the hard work. It's not going to feel good in the moment. It's not. You're not going to like it. You're not going to want to get up every day and do it. But once it's over and you've reached exactly where you want to be, you're going to look back and be like, I'm glad I did that.
Reap the
Because if I
benefits of it.
didn't, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Do the hard thing. It'll be easier later on. Terry says, I think the worst belief that I recently killed and buried was that it was up to me to carry it all, survive by any means necessary.
Almost
Let go, let
definitely.
God. And I know you know that now, Terry. Let go, let God at all times.
Mhm.
I feel so strongly like I'm supposed to write an inspirational story. If fear was dead, I'd be a published author. It's not too late.
Girl,
Start now.
get the voice
You
recorder.
got pen, you got
Out.
paper in that house.
Mhm.
We
You
got
got
Chat
voice
GPT
memos.
now. Even if you don't feel comfortable in your own voice, we got Chat GPT. We got way too many cheat codes right now for us to say, I'm not able to do. Do you know you could type in Chat GPT a whole plan for whatever it is that you want to do? A 30-day plan. A whole 30-day plan, whether it's weight loss, become a surgeon, work in the medical field. Yes, I'm coming down y'all row. Anything you want to do, Chat GPT is available. I'm just saying. We have so many tools and resources at our grasp and we don't utilize them. I tell people all the time when they ask me a question, Keisha can tell you. Keisha asked me a question. I said, all that technology in your hand. We walk around with our phones in our hand, and the only thing we use it for is social media, text, and whatever else. That's all we use it for.
Got a whole mini computer.
A whole mega computer sitting in your hand. And you really trying to dissect, well, why do babies fall down when they walk? Google it if you can't figure it out. Google it. Man, come on now.
Oh my God.
Ashley says, well, which self I have a few of us in here. Well, pick the right one, sis. But I got a few. As long as y'all ain't talking to each other. That's all I ask. Yeah, don't get to talking to him, sis. Don't do that. DJ said, please tag me and I got some G stories y'all won't believe. And that's why we ain't tagging you in. You think I'm about to let you sit up here and out me? Nah, brother. Mm-mm. Anyway, Ashley says, all of us say yes. I would want a friend to talk to me like I talk to myself. I have grown a lot in my self journey. Yes, exactly. That's exactly. Ashley says, blow the day. Yeah, I'm not mature enough.
My God.
Hey, you know what?
I
I'll be
got
honest with you.
today
I
and
wish I
tomorrow.
could just sit back and blow the day. I promise you I would, man. But I have so many people telling me you need to rest. You need to rest. You need to rest. I know. I do. I do. I do. I do. It's just so much to be done, man. It's so much to be done. I've asked for so much, and it'll all when it all comes to fruition, everybody will understand why I am the way that I am. So yeah. So my next question is, how different would your life be if your mind was healthier? Whoa,
Oh my
I'm here
If
today,
my mind
baby.
was healthier, just like I
Mm,
said, I would definitely be that surgeon.
okay.
Because a healthy mind won't talk you out of things. It'll push you to where you need to be. You'll be able to learn any and everything. You'll process things differently. your finances would be better because them calculations would add up every time.
Hmm. Hmm. What you got, Jax?
If I had a healthier mind back then, when I tell you I'd be living this hot wife life a whole lot sooner, I would have lived my hot wife life a whole lot sooner. And that's just the honest reality of it is because, like he said, I would not have talked myself out of so many things. I talked myself out of small, which in my mind is small accomplishments. I waited till I was like 30 something with two kids to get an
Mm.
associates. I could have done that with one kid. I could have done that back then. I'd have probably ran about 20 or 40 marathons by now because I would have never quit running. I would have just kept going.
Yeah.
Like it's just it the list is immeasurable because it's a whole lot I probably would have already done. I mean, now thank God and glory to the therapist and God that now I do have a healthy mind. I have a healthier mind than I did back then. I'm
Mhm.
a lot it's a lot harder to talk me out of certain things and I'm hell bent on this trail. You can't knock
Mm.
me out. And
Love
y'all
that.
gonna be hell bent on sending me to medical school, but I'm telling y'all
I,
I'm not going.
hmm. Okay, you say that now. It's me. I got Derek number. You know that, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
know. I know.
and don't let me get mama number. Boy, if you
You know what?
ever,
I'm gonna
if I
block you.
if I ever get a hold, matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to Derek. I'm gonna send Derek a text after this is over. If I get mama
Oh my
number,
God.
it's a
She
wrap.
probably down there in the chat watching because Dallas
That's all
said she
right.
wanted to see the show today. So
That's all
Dallas
right.
down there
Mama
too.
and mama, listen. If you're in the chat, if you're watching, jump in the chat real quick. I got something I need to talk to you about. Okay, so I forgot the question. What was the question? What I asked y'all? If my mom was healthier. Okay.
Yeah.
If my mom was healthier, mm, if my mom was healthier, back then I would have accomplished everything. Everything, man. Like everything I thought I couldn't do. Everything I talked myself out of. But then we also have to understand this. Would I be here having these conversations had I done that?
Mm,
You gotta ask
yeah,
yourself that,
okay.
right? And so when you think about the things that navigated or navigated you to where you are now, can you really say you failed? You can't say
No.
you failed, right? Because there's so much that you accomplished. Were you rerouted? Yeah. And sometimes when you're rerouted, it's a delay. Doesn't mean it's a denial. It doesn't mean that the things that we have all said that we have wanted to accomplish, that it's not possible. It's a mindset. We can, but what does that look like now? For my two co-hosts, I think it looks very good, personally. That's just me. I think it looks very good, because that is a passion, right? That is something that you both would be very good at. Not to say that I wouldn't be good at the comedy and acting, but I know what comes with it. I know the type of work that comes with it. And so for me, it's that comedy bug and that acting bug is a real thing, right? That is me, like, I need to be on stage working this material almost every night. I got to convince myself, okay, you got to be here, you got to be there. Okay, they got something going on in Phoenix. They want you in Tennessee. Because to this day, there are people in Phoenix, in Tennessee, in Florida that say, man, you still do comedy? No. I don't understand why you're still asking. You're on my Instagram. Like, when the last time you seen me on the stage? Like, what's wrong with you? Better get these funny clips and keep it pushing. I'm not. No. So it's a lot that comes with it, and it's a different mindset. It's a different grind, and I know how I was when I was in it, and so I don't want that for myself right now. Um, kind of more. It's more exhausting than the podcast. Way more exhausting because I feel like I have to be seen. Like I gotta be here. I gotta be there. Who's gonna be in the audience? Oh, I definitely gotta be at this show. Oh, there's a comedy festival. Gotta be at that one. Oh, wait a minute. Such and such gonna be here in the audience in New York. Oh yeah, I'm definitely. It's a lot of moving pieces. So for me, I come to the conclusion that I can sling these jokes on social media. I can sling these jokes on the podcast, and I'll be perfectly fine, right? But to get that immediate gratification from them people laughing on that stage, it does something to you, man. It does something to you. That's why I call it the comedy bug. You telling me that I can deliver the very thing that I came here to do and I get instant gratification back? Ooh, that is a drug. Baby, that you smoke crack, don't you?
Dopamine, that
Like
dopamine hit.
yeah, it's real. And so I know what it does. I know what it does and what it did to me. So I just now it's something that'll make you just it'll make you run off the rails very fast, man. So Ashley says that part, get off them bunions. I'm all on people's toes, man. I'm not playing today. I'm not. All right. Samantha says,
Period.
this is funny you mentioned Google. Me and my spouse says we will not debate with people when we can just Google the answer. Facts. It's there. I'm saying it's a tool. All right. Oh, wait a minute. Terry says, I can attest now to a healthier mind and a peace is beyond understanding. I love that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
That's definitely
All
part
right.
of that healthier
Samantha
mind.
says we need to reprogram, renew, and reset our minds from the way we used to think at all times. Uh-oh, here we go. God gave her a second chance. Run with it. Ooh, yes. Come on. You got to believe it to receive it. This is who I wanted in the chat. Come on. A failure is only something you do not try.
All right,
Mama, I'm
divorce
going to
me.
put it in a better way. Guess what? You miss all the shots you never take. You miss every last shot you never take. Mama, don't worry about it. Hey, we going to talk, Mama. I ain't talking about just on here neither. I'm gonna get your phone number, Mom. I'm gonna call you one day. And you gonna hit me, baby, who is this? I know she's gonna hit me with that, but I'll introduce myself. Don't worry about it. All right. How many doors stayed closed because we never knocked?
All of them.
All of every last one of
All
them.
the ones you did not get.
There you go. Okay.
Yes.
So moving on. That was quick. Moving on. Because I agree, right? Okay. So what challenge taught you that you were stronger than you thought? Mm,
For me, I would say is I am going to say that it's being able to walk away from a relationship of over 13 years that was toxic.
mm,
Being able to grow from that, not being bitter, not being resentful, not uh, being taken advantage of from that point on, showing up for myself, growth. Yeah, I would say that.
okay. What you got, Jay?
Um, I think two things in life taught me I was stronger than I thought. Because exiting the military, I thought was like a breaking point.
Mm,
The way that happened, I was just like, this is not what I had planned. This is just it literally had me in shambles for like 3 weeks. That's all I had. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of shambles. Like what like it was one of those moments like, really, God? Like this wasn't what I had planned. And then that transition did not look anything like what I was prepared for, what I thought it was gonna look like. And it taught me it built a grit. Even though I felt like I had some grind and hustle in me, it still built some grit. And I think emotional growth is important and knowing when to say no and all the emotional leaps and bounds that you make. And putting a parent in the ground taught me life changes, but girl, you got to get up.
mm,
In the words of what's her name? Um TD Jake's daughter, Sarah Jakes, girl, get up.
mm.
Hmm.
Girl, get up.
I thought you was talking about Still I Rise. That's what I thought you said. My, my bad, y'all. My bad. I, my bad. I thought that's where she was going.
Ah,
Um,
I can't.
it
I
just
say
seemed like
this
that's.
every week. I can't. And I come back every week and I do.
I feel like
Right.
that's where you was going. I'm sorry. The
He's
challenge
so silly.
that
He's so special.
the
I love you
challenge that
though.
taught
Like it is what it is.
challenge that taught me I get stronger than I thought. My brother passing. That's the biggest one. Biggest one, man. Never thought I would see that day. Never thought about him going. Never thought about that. And I really like that was something I had to pull myself together with, and like, still dealing with it in my own way, but really had to pull myself together because it was times where it was just hard for me to leave the house. It was hard for me to show up at my job. It was hard for me to get out there. Like I would park my car at the job
Turn
in
around.
Virginia, park my car at my
Turn
office in
around.
Virginia, and I would just sit there and cry. Like I had to get myself all the way together every single morning for a long time. Like, and it was one time I actually drove to the hospital. Mind you, I wasn't working in the hospital at this time. I actually drove to the hospital and just sat in the parking deck and just sat there. I text my boss and let him know I'm here and I'm in the hospital. I
Ah,
just sat there.
that was everybody's place, wasn't it? That was the
Yeah.
come to Jesus moment area. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
everybody's
man.
come to
Yes,
Jesus
it
moment
was.
area.
And sometimes I would park all the way at the top. I'll park all the way at the
How did
top
we
and
miss
just,
each other at the
I
top?
don't know. I used to park all the way at the top and park in the right corner and just sit there. I would just sit there just to get myself together. I let everybody know I'm at work, but I had to just sit there, man. And it was for years. It was bad. Like it was times where I would be driving and I drove the back roads and I would just like my mind would just
Them stretches of 95 and the backside of Route 1. That give boy ain't nothing back there but some woods. You sure
that's
think.
it. Yeah, man. So yeah, it took that was the one thing I didn't think I could make it through, but I did. I'm on the other side. On the other side. I'm sorry, y'all. Um
That's my favorite movie, by the way. It's my favorite Disney one. I'm just saying.
so then my next question is who would you be? Would you be who you are today without the adversity you faced?
Definitely not.
Okay.
And like we said last week, like I said last week, I am her. So I don't want to.
Mm, I
I'm
like that.
her. I like her.
Mm,
She is where she needs to be. She is showing up, and I like her. So
mm,
I would want all of the strength that came from those things to be in her because the reality of it is, would I be her without that? Would I be
Nope.
this strong without that? I don't want to take the chance and not be this strong for disappointed time without that.
mm. I like that. Okay. What you got, Keish?
Yeah, I agree with Jax. It's the same. Like, I feel like everything happened for a reason for me to be who I am today. And I feel like I am who I am today so that I can help my daughter be who she needs to be. So that she
Mm.
can see somebody strong, so she can see somebody stand up and accomplish things no matter how old you are or what you got going on. So yes, definitely. I agree.
Mm, okay. Um, hmm. Would I be who I am today without the adversity? Definitely not. Um, I always say, you're not gonna like it when you're going through it, but there's a reason for it. Um, I thank God I went through everything I went through, regardless of what it was, because it molded, shaped, transformed me into the person I am today. Without everything that has happened, everything that has transpired, um, I couldn't be the man that I'm proud of today. I couldn't be the father that I'm proud of today. Because I always say, if I'm nothing else, I'm going to be a phenomenal father. Um, yeah, I'm so grateful for everything that has happened in my life, good, bad, and indifferent. Because had I not had at least one thing that happened in my life, I can look at other people who are in my life that are not as independent as I am. Because a lot of things in my life cause me to say, I have to do it. I got to do it. Because if I don't do it, it's not going to get done. If I don't look out for me, who's going to do it? If I don't show up for myself, who's going to show up for me? And so I got this thing where I call it, the bad joke theory. They say if I'm going through something, I never ask anybody for anything. But if I'm going through something and I ask you for your help, you got to know that I'm really asking for your help. But
Hmm.
here's the bad joke theory. If you tell me that you can't help me, or you tell me that, oh, I'm not going to be able to do it, but you come to me all the time when I got it, the bad joke theory is if I tell you a bad joke and you don't laugh at it, what's the probability of me telling you that joke again? So, in
0.
other words, if I come to you and you've been coming to me all this time and I had no problem giving to you, and the one time I ask you and you tell me you can't help me, I'm never coming back to you.
Mm-hmm.
Never. Not
Ever.
treating you funny, not gonna, block you, not going to, not dap you up when I see you or hug you when I see you, show you love. No, 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 not saying that. I just know I can't count on you. That's a
All the bigger
different type of
things.
situation. I can show you love. I just know that when it's thick and thin for me, I can't count on you. You are definitely not on my list of people to reach out to. That's just how I am. Because you had no issue coming to me. Whether you needed words of encouragement, advice, whatever the case may be, you had no problem. But when it was my turn, you were on empty. You just didn't have it. You didn't have the time. You just didn't have it. And that's okay. Because now you can never have it. Because I'm never coming back. Just letting you know. So if anybody's listening and I've come to you before and I've never asked you again, that's the reason. But I love you though. I do. It's all hugs, smiles. I'm gonna say it's unicorns and rainbows, but it's all hugs and smiles, man. I just know I can't count on you. All right. All right. So maybe the biggest battle isn't around you. Maybe it's within you. Because eventually the bills get paid, the critics get quiet, the storm passes. But if fear remains, if doubt remains, if insecurity remains, the battle isn't over. So tonight ask yourself, what's my greatest external adversity? What's my greatest external adversity? What's my greatest internal adversity? Which one is actually causing the most damage? And what would my life look like if I finally won the battle within? Because sometimes God isn't just trying to change your circumstances, sometimes He's trying to change you. Mm. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that segment of the podcast of I Heard My Pastor Say.
PMJ.
PMJ. Michael.
Okay. All right. Every week, y'all. Every week.
Every week,
Every single week.
Yes.
It's
religiously.
okay. So, I heard my pastor say adversity is the price we pay for advancement.
Mm.
Once again, I say adversity is the price we pay for advancement because to everything there is a cost. So I want us all to stop saying you want to go higher, but you don't want to go through nothing. You see, we have to stop seeing adversity as proof that we are behind because sometimes adversity is proof that you are being prepared. So in tonight's conversation, we learned that there are two types of adversity. One is external adversity, which can be people fighting you, systems trying to block you, and doors closing in your face. Biblical examples are David versus Goliath and Joseph versus his brothers. The other type of adversity is the internal adversity, which is fear, doubt, insecurity, trauma, pride, and the need to be liked. The best biblical example is when God told Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go, but Moses had a speech impediment. He stuttered. Here it is. He got a call from God, but he spent more time in his insecurity than moving when God said move. Some of you are frustrated and asking God why he won't get rid of your problems. And God is like, I can't fix that problem because if I fix that problem before I fix you, you're going to start creating more problems, which is why all your relationships look the same. And definitely, which is why no matter how much money he blesses you with, you always seem to end up right back where you are. And that's because we have mastered the art of asking God to fix it, and we have failed in asking God to fix us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to decide that you have to win against what is fighting you, but you must also defeat what is forming in you. Okay? All right. So thank you all for tuning in. And please, by all means, don't forget to hit those follow buttons. Jax, where can they follow you, girl?
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at dopequeen_786.
All right. And Keish, where can they follow you? Oh,
You
don't
can
worry. I'm
follow
coming
me
back.
on TikTok. I was waiting for the
Don't worry about it. I'm coming. Go ahead.
You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at 313 underscore Kish, KISH.
I thought this
Okay.
week was gonna be different.
Nah, and as you can see at the bottom, y'all, that is spelled DOPE. That's how you spell dope. In Dope Queen, DOPE. Because for some reason, somebody did not know how to spell dope. So I'm here to help. I'm just here to help. That's it. Okay. All right. And you can find me in the club. No, listen. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram, GL underscore Richardson. All right. And thank you all for tuning in. Before we get out of here, once again, make sure you follow us. And if you're rocking with what we're building, click the link below as I've been showing you all day. And look, you can subscribe at just $3 per month. Your support helps keeps the mic hot, the lights on, and the conversations going strong. If supporting financially isn't in the cards right now, we completely overstand. The next best way to support us is by subscribing to the YouTube channel. You're already here. Click the subscribe button. Also, the conversation doesn't end when the podcast ends. Listen, y'all, we about to do something, and we need your help. So tomorrow we're going to kick off the Vibe Responsibly social series on Instagram, live on Instagram. So we're going live to give you all a chance to join the panel and actually talk about what you wanted to say in the chat, but you couldn't type that fast. So you actually get to come up and talk to us, talk live. So on Instagram, once again, GL underscore Richardson. Then you got Dope Queen underscore 786. And you got 313 underscore Quiche. I'm going to show mine again. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. It's going down on Instagram tomorrow. You will get to join us in the social series as we go live on Instagram, 6 p.m., like it is tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Instagram. We're going to go live. Come check us out. I promise you, you're going to love it. We'll be continuing the conversation, hearing your perspectives, and you may even get invited to join the panel live because Vibe Responsibly is just a podcast. It's not just a podcast, and we're not just creating content. We're creating a community. So in one last favor, definitely need your favor on this one. Please just pick an episode this week and just let it play. Whether you're driving, working, cleaning, doesn't even matter. You can even put it on mute if you like. We are very close to reaching a milestone with this podcast, and we need the views. Please just pick a video. Pick 3 videos in a day.
Hey, that last week episode, I'm telling you, that's the
Listen,
one.
I'm
That's
telling
the
you,
It's definitely
one.
y'all gotta
That's
check
the
it out,
one.
man. It's so dope. So please, by
That's
all
the
means,
one.
check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Leave it on mute. Let it run. But we need your help with that, all right? So, as always, have a phenomenal day on purpose. And we don't know you, but we love
But
you
we
like
love
we
you like we
do.
like
do.
you.
And
Brick,
we
brick,
out.
brick, 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 coming in hot.
Got the
Oh,
remix today.
brick, 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 coming in hot. Yes, you
Hey,
gotta remix it.
hey,
Like,
hey. Puff Daddy
switch
must
it
have did
up.
the remix. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good evening, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one.